Beautiful Saturday morning. It is the very last weekend in the year 2022, the very last day in the month of December 2022. It's good to be here. It's a privilege to be here on today's edition of the Papers Review on 32 FM 94.9. I am OLUTAYO, OGUNADE, and of course I go straight to the papers. We'll be looking at the headlines together. Today, of course, Austin also will join for some analysis. We're going to make it an open mic today. We'll review some of the past events of the year and make projections for the year 2023. Okay, from Premium Times or from Punch newspaper, which is my first newspaper here. Unilag alumni, Honor Punch, Metro editor, Momo, Group bemoans persisting insecurity in Southeast Lagos crossroads where residents wake up to sacrifices. Ebonyi. Okay, more banks suspend international transactions on Naira cards. Some more from Punch newspaper. PDP G5 governors divided interests stall Tinubu's Obi's adoption. I tell you that again. PDP G5 governors divided interests stall Tinubu Obi's adoption. Army retires 120 generals, brigadiers, colonels, others. Federal government to spend 3.3 billion naira on Obasanjo. Jonathan orders 10 victims of senseless police shootings in 2022. Why some people are against me, Obi. How Nigerian lady died in my apartment. Ghana-based landlord. We'll take a look at Premium Times. In mark of resilience, Nigerian stocks end 2022 yielding 20%. Gunmen abduct female soldier in Southeast. Army debunks rumored rescue. 66 journalists killed in 2022 amid decline in press safety. Terrorists abduct village head, 2 others in Katsina. In Ado community, fear of herders attack or attacks keeps farmers away from farms. Ekiti governorship election, Oni rejects tribunal judgment, vows to appeal. From the Guardian newspaper, Nigerians seek responsible government in 2023. Nigerians seek responsible government in 2023. Katsina, 5 policemen, 54 terrorists killed in 2022. Police, security, Ogun will take delivery of drones soon. Abiodun, federal government denies fresh salaries for civil servants. Federal government denies fresh salaries for civil servants. Ogun threatened to disrupt OML 11 auction. An assault on medical doctor. UITH management orders release of body for burial. From Daily Trust newspaper, Buhari to sign 2023 budget on Tuesday. Lawan. Buhari to sign 2023 budget on Tuesday. Lawan. PDP crisis. How G5 alliance may affect Makinde's second-term bid. Kogi community ravaged by IPOB attacks. Extrajudicial killings. Police need psychiatric solution. How assault led doctors down tools in Kwara. 15 years after, 4 ex-governors still call the shots. Okay, still from Daily Trust newspaper. ASU strike, out-of-school children, other issues that shaped education sector in 2022. Tinubu strikes deal with G5 governors in London. Defend yourselves against terrorists, Bochi governor tells residents. Nigerians explore Egypt, Morocco, orders after Dubai visa ban. Nigerians explore Egypt, Morocco, others after Dubai visa ban. 2023 flopped electricity targets, acute petrol scarcity amid rate hikes. Defections, defections threaten PDP's quest to sack APC in Gombe. Be ready for your political obituaries. Dino Melaye turns G5. Botched airlines shut down. Nigeria Air, others shaped aviation in 2022. Kwara governorship, how parties, candidates stand. Federal government urged to restore Tala Marginal airfields to Bayelsa. Federal government makes U-turn, says no salary increment. And IPA kicks against plans to appoint local government caretaker chairman in Gombe. We take our first commercial. We'll be back.
Every day is another chance to do it all over again.
Get the best of starts on the break of dawn. 32 FM 94.9.
ẹ gbọ́rọ̀ mi rò ńlárágbá yamú ètò tí ń bátẹ́gùn sọ̀rọ̀ ẹ níkànnì fẹ̀yìn ẹ̀ 32 FM 94.9 àjàkẹ́rin Cocoa House Dùgbẹ̀ Ìbàdàn pẹ̀lú olólùfẹ́ yín ọmọ yín ọ̀rẹ́ yín a sọ̀rọ̀ pèdè bí ẹni jẹ bisikíìtì ọmọ oníyẹ òmebi arìnmọ́sánwó ẹnu torí ìdágìrì ọ̀rọ̀ Ọláwálé Àrẹ̀mú abala méjì ọ̀tọ̀ọ̀tọ̀ lètò ìpín sí abala àkọ́kọ́ tá ń tọ́lọ́hún níbi tá ti máa fìdí ẹ̀ múlẹ̀ pé kò sẹ́dá kan tó tọ́lọ́hún gbàjáre ńlá bala kejì lórí ètò níbi tá ti máa kàwé ẹ̀hónú tá sì máa parí àwọn àwọ̀ ní tùbínùbí ní gbogbo ọjọ́ Wednesday láago 11 òwúrọ̀ dáago 12 ọ̀sán gbẹ̀rẹ̀ 11 a.m. to 12 p.m. every Wednesday. ètò ẹgbọ̀rọ̀ mi rò kò ṣeé má gbọ́ ni tọ̀sẹ̀ tó kọjá lẹ̀ ń ròyìn tọ̀sẹ̀ ó tún kọjá bẹ́ẹ̀ àfi kẹ́ ẹ gbọ́. balẹ̀ Olúwa gbọ́rọ̀ mi rò dákun má jẹ́ ṣiṣẹ́.
mo tún gbé dé
Kẹ̀búyẹ̀rì ọ̀tún lọ́jọ́ yọ ọ̀tún lòrùn ràn Kẹ̀búyẹ̀rì ńlá kọ́tún ètò wọ̀kìlú mọ̀ àgbọ̀gbádùn eléjọ́ ọmọ bátẹ́gùn sọ̀rẹ́ níkànnì fẹ̀yìn ẹ̀ 32 FM 94.9 àjàkẹ́rin Cocoa House Dùgbẹ̀ Ìbàdàn ní gbogbo ọjọ́ Monday bẹ̀rẹ̀ látago 9 dago 10 àṣálẹ́ gbẹ̀rẹ́ pẹ̀lú olólùfẹ́ yín asọ̀rọ̀ bí ẹni láyìn apèdè bí ẹni jádò arìnmọ́sánwó ẹnu torí ìdágìrì ọ̀rọ̀ Ọláwálé Àrẹ̀mú ọmọ oníyẹ òmebi abala àkọ́kọ́ lórí ètò lẹ́tì máa gbọ́ àwọn ìmọ̀ràn lóríṣiríṣi abala kejì lẹ́tì máa gbọ́ àwọn ọ̀kan òjọ̀kan ìṣẹ̀lẹ̀ Kẹ̀búyẹ̀rì àgbọ́gbárímú tó ń ṣẹlẹ̀ láwùjọ tá sì máa kọ́gbọ́n nú ẹ̀ ní gbogbo ọjọ́ Monday bẹ̀rẹ̀ láago 9 sí 10 alẹ́ wákàtí kan sàndìní níkànnì fẹ̀yìn ẹ̀ 32 FM 94.9 àjàkẹ́rin Cocoa House Dùgbẹ̀ Ìbàdàn fún ìpolówó ọjà tàbí ìṣẹ̀lẹ̀ Kẹ̀búyẹ̀rì ẹ pè 080 85 96 97 99 ètò Kẹ̀búyẹ̀rì pẹ̀lú Ọláwálé Àrẹ̀mú ẹ wo kò ṣeé má gbọ́ ètò ni.
tọ́lọ́hún ò tètè dá wọn lóhùn.
You're listening to 32 FM 94.9.
FM 94.9, your laughter station, your familiar station, your morning tonic. Break it on newspaper review, last edition for the year 2022. I am OLUTAYO, OGUNADE, and Austin Dumo joins me on the program. Good morning to you, Austin Dumo.
Tayo, good morning.
It's good to have you.
Thank you for having me.
And it's good
thank God it's the last edition for the year.
Precisely. How do you feel? And how do you feel about 2022?
Yes, I feel very good. 2022 has been particularly turbulent in so many areas, but we bless the name of the Almighty God for sparing our lives till this present time. That's the most important thing. It is not what we are supposed to be, but it is how good the Lord has been with us. So it's our help in ages past, and it's also our hope for years to come. So we are optimistic that 2023, by the special grace of the Almighty God, will be a good year for Nigerians, not just only me, but for the entire country, where there will be improved security, where we will choose wisely at the poll, where lines will fall in pleasant places for an average Nigerian that 2022 has been so devastating for. So we thank God for everything. That's what I can say.
All right. I know we say that a brand is a promise to keep or to deliver. How do you define leadership?
Yes, if you look at leadership, especially in the context in which we are, leadership is the ability to be all-inclusive, ability to determine the need of the people even before meeting them. That's one of the major problems that we have in the country today. We need purposeful leadership. We need leadership that will be all-encompassing. We need leadership that will feel the pulse of the people. Leadership that will be in the shoe of the people and want to be selfless at all time. We need purposeful leadership in the country, but as we are right now and what is currently going on, we lack leadership in the country. Nobody is providing direction. Nobody is providing leadership. Those who we have in position of authority, they are rulers who care particularly about themselves. They don't want to know how an average Nigerian feels. What they care most about is they and their immediate family. We need a country and a leader that will create an enabling environment. Like the late Aminu Kano of blessed memory said, that until the child of a nobody start becoming somebody in the country, that Nigeria will know no peace. That was said several years ago and is gradually coming to pass. Until the child of a nobody or the son of a nobody start becoming somebody in the country, nothing meaningful will be done. So let us not forget too, those who want the best for their children, who are in leadership position, who are in one capacity or the other in terms of electoral offices, they want to build mansions for their children. They want to start out billions of naira. But a time is coming. These children of the poor people that they fail to take care of will feed on their own children if care is not taken. So we need the best of leadership, and we advise our people that as we go to the pool once again, it is an opportunity to get it right. It is an opportunity to make right whatever wrong that we may have made in the past. Of course, we are not expecting any messiah, but let Nigerians go out. I told you the other week, somebody said in an editorial that we must all participate in the electoral process substantially through the ballot process next year. Even if we are going to make the wrong choice, let us all participate, at least substantially to a large extent.
Fantastic. Thank you for that. We speak about the leadership, all the time. What about the followership? Just yesterday, I read a report. Some people got stranded at the Monia train station. The train is supposed to ease, transportation for Nigerians. But some have taken or seen it as an opportunity or an avenue for them to also enrich themselves. They hoard the tickets. All right, and they sell to people at an exorbitant price. What is not the official price or official rate, as the case may be, that is not what you get to buy at the train station. And they are making money. It's like a racketeer, So, they have a way of siphoning money to themselves. What should have gone to the federal government? Is that the federal government? Is that those in leadership? Is that not a problem also of the followership?
Yes, that is not the problem of leadership, so to say. But we live in a country and we operate an economy where the government leave the vulnerable people to their fate. The government is supposed to be in the middle of all of this. Don't also forget, when we talk of leadership, leadership or those in leadership position emerges from the people. It is not a rocket science. They don't fall from the sky. Those who are leaders today were once followers. So that is why when we have purposeful leadership, things will be done the proper way. Because you see Nigerians, no matter the process that the government has put in place, however good that process is, Nigerians will always want to circumvent the process, thereby, at the end of the day, making life more vulnerable and more unbearable for the country. So the point I'm making is that at every point in time, government must be at the forefront of leadership process, because how our leaders emerge is also a different ballgame. There are so many disservice, mass inhumanity to man that does not directly connect to leadership, but indirectly is still at the process of leadership. In the UK, for example, that could have happened. In America, for example, that could have happened. That is why the leadership factor comes in, because the process was made for them to be able to circumvent. So when you put measures in place, for example, by deploying technology, let's talk about automated ticketing, for example, you reduce human interference. If you reduce human interference drastically, just book your ticket online, get to the train station, you have a validation machine. Once you clock it in, at the end of the day, you are good to go. But because the process is flawed with high level of human interference, that is what we are talking about. So it is not the leadership of this country alone that does things that are detrimental to an average Nigeria. But one way or the other, leadership leaves us to our 10th old Israel. Look at the fuel situation, for example. We are not blaming the federal government entirely for everything that is going on. We look at marketers, businessmen, and average Nigeria will be at their detriment, will be at their whims and caprices. So it is the government that provides leadership to effectively regulate the economy and right the wrong. One of the functions of leadership and government, for example, is redistribution of wealth. The government through the National Railways Commission knows that at this particular point in time, there will be surge. When there is surge, there will be ordering. And when there is ordering, people will be meant to buy at exorbitant price. That is what is happening in every strata of our economic life. At times, you stop a bike man on the street. When they charge you, you begin to wonder, if you were not to be a bike man, will you be able to afford this fee that you have just charged, or a taxi man? But in advanced economy, for example, everything is fixed. We have price for everything. If you are going from Lagos to Ibadan, there is a ticket for it, so nobody can circumvent the process. That is where and how leadership comes in. So we need leadership to be able, purposeful leadership, a leader that is well determined to lift the people out of poverty. Because what we have in Nigeria today is exploitative form of leadership. Leadership, most of the time, they keep quiet in the faces of all of this. Who printed the ticket, for example? Who allowed for such, for example? There are those top government officials who are making money racketeering the process. We all know, between you and I, that there is no good process in Nigeria that Nigeria will not profiteer from, that Nigeria will not want to racketeer. So all of this boils down to purposeful leadership. But I agree, like I said earlier, from
Hello, Austin, are you there?
a major concern in the country, we are equally as bad as the leaders that we produce. Don't forget, I told you earlier, every leader comes from amongst the people. So, and there's a saying that the people deserve the type of leadership that they have, because we in turn put these leaders in place. So every area, so many areas will look like that, especially in this festive period. Everybody want to make abnormal profit. They want to profiteer from an average Nigeria. They want to snuff life out of the people. They are looking at it, oh, this is the end of the year. They want to make the last game. It's unfortunately so.
Right.
Leadership comes in, though the followers too are not helping matters.
All right, why do we do this to ourselves? I went to request for a clearance, a character certificate, from the Nigeria Police in July this year. It was hiked from 5,000 naira to 40,000 naira. I went there personally, to request for it, and I was told point blank 60,000 naira. Of course, I called the PRO of the Nigerian Police in Oyo State, and I will ensure that I follow through to see what will be the end of it. Why would you say 60,000 naira? Where is the 20,000 naira going to when the federal government has raised it from 5,000 naira to 40,000 naira? Why do we do this to ourselves?
Yes, that is what we have always done to ourselves as a people. That is why we feel that everybody, they are leaders in their various capacity to oppress the other vulnerable people, the other people, quote and unquote. In advanced country, for example, people aspire to be in leadership position to better the lot of their people. But in Nigeria, people want to get to position to oppress the people, to show the people that, yes, are more equal than you are. There are a lot of funds in Nigeria that are not going to the coffers of the government. Don't forget what led to Obasanjo dismantling the various toll-gate system in the country because of high level of corruption. That is what we have said. If you want a clean of character certificate, for example, where the police will have to give you exoneration certificate, of course, they know the purpose. They know the purpose why you need them. And they know that, of course, you surely need it. And they know that whatever the case may be, any amount, you wouldn't want that to stop you. You will pay through to be able to get it. Glory be to God, you have the number of the police PRO. How about so many other Nigerians who do not have such opportunity, who do not have such access? If people are not paying, for example, they wouldn't be charging that high. You get to the police station, in your very eyes, they will write on the wall, bail is free. And at the end of the day, you also be meant to part with money for bail. So this is a country where we are find ourselves. Everybody want to be leader in their own right. And the reason why they want to lead is to be able to oppress the people, is to be able to make abnormal profit. That is the way it is. At times you see that police have done something for you, or those in government have done something for you, and you feel like appreciating them. They will tell you, no, this amount is small. Of course, we are not demanding anything from you. It is your own right. We have just done our job. But they will still tell you that such and such amount is too small. That is why we find ourselves in this type of situation. Look at the Controller General of the Nigerian Immigration Service. He disguised to a national passport office in Lagos, and yet an immigration manner to demand bribe from him. That is what you find. If President Muhammadu Buhari go for the same certificate that you are going for now, without them knowing that is the president of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, they will also want to take additional money from them. So it's a whole lot of problem. Let's see whether we can get it right in 2023, whether we can get a leader that will be able to put things in proper perspective. Let's deploy technology, for example. The certificate that you want to get now, look at the driver's license, for example. There's a portal online where you can apply for a driver's license, and you do a particular code, you do a printout, you take it physically to the office of the issue license office. When you get there, they frustrate life out of you. Do you know why? They feel that you have bypassed them. They feel that why do you have to go online? But it is because we are not fully intimate ourselves with that type of system. Because what is supposed to be done is that when you go to their office, they stamp it, they validate it, and that leads you to the next process. But if you do it online, they feel that human interference has been eliminated, and there's no way they can cut corners, they cannot make money. So there are a whole lot of funds that are in the covers of private individuals rather than going directly to the government. And all of this must be fixed in 2023, God willing.
All right. The federal government on Friday said it was not planning any upward review of salaries for civil servants, as reported in some national dailies a few days ago, saying only some peculiar allowances have been reviewed.
Yes, peculiar allowances is a welcome development. Allowance inflation has taken over so some of the review that the government has done. See, the civil service in the country is ordinarily and originally designed to fail. How do I mean? You know, people can decide not to work in the Nigeria type of civil service, and at the end of the month they get paid. Unlike advanced economy, where you are paid per hour or you are paid on a daily basis. So that is the problem that we have in the country. Those who work for government, they feel that increment in salary is the only option where they can get more money. How about working on the economy? Have you not forgotten? I hope you have not forgotten that the value of money is what money can buy. The other time we were arguing minimum wage, let us increase minimum wage. Now minimum wage is 30,000. Minimum wage is 30,000, and a bag of rice is around 35 or 40,000. So what is the value of such a minimum wage? So suffice to say, that a minimum wage of 18,000 naira maybe 20 years ago is far better than what we are currently having. The former British Prime Minister, or the first British Prime Minister, Margaret Thatcher, did say that inflation is an unarmed robber. Unarmed robber. You know, when you put money somewhere, let inflation come. Without spending the money, gradually the value of the money will continue to go down. Why not hold government responsible to fix the economy, deploy monetary policies and measures to reduce high level of inflation so that the purchasing power of the people can come up again? Because what we have now, there's no amount of money that you earn in Nigeria. The purchasing power of an average Nigerian is down. That is the truth of the matter. So even if you take allowances to 100,000, you take minimum wage to 100,000, if nothing urgent is done to the economy, you just discover that you are earning more and you can buy less. That's the truth of the matter. So until we get to a level when the Nigerian Labour Congress, the labor organizations in the country will hold government responsible, they should go on strike. Let's get to a level where they will call for strike because the economy is not doing well. Let them call for strike because the roads are not good. That is what we want to hear, not calling on strike because your salary is not being paid, or because arrears of your salary is not being paid, or because your salary is not being increased. So the government has debunked that. When I read the news last week, I said, where is the government going to get money from? Where are they going to get money from if they decide to increase across board the salary and allowances of public service or civil servants all across the country? So let them work on the economy, not salary increment. What we need in Nigeria is not salary increment. We need the government to work on the economy, deploy measures that will reflate the economy, that will add to the GDP of the country, and take us to a level of convenient production of goods and services for export. I think about 3 or 4 days ago, I read in the papers that Nigeria is one of the least in terms of exporting goods out of the country. In about 10 African countries that were put forward, Nigeria was missing, not because we lack natural resources. We have natural resources, but we can't directly export some of these goods to outside the country. For example, there are some products that we have to take to Ghana. We'll do some quality control or what have you before they can get out of the country, because the production standard is not, the production quality is not standard that can be exported out of the country. So this is what we are talking about. Let the government work on the economy. For me, it is better and proper for government to work on the economy and make life more bearable, easier for the people in terms of inflation, in terms of the value of money, in terms of what money can buy, in terms of increasing the purchasing power of the people, the take home of the people, rather than talking about increment that will also be eroded by upward inflationary trend at the end of the day. So if the government decides to do that, well, that is their own cup of tea. But this is what I feel. What an average Nigerian need now is not increment in allowances, it's not increment in salary, it is purely government working on what money can buy from the market. That's the truth.
Thank you. We go on another commercial break now. We will be back.
You're listening to 32 FM 94.9.
Hey, neighbor, I said let me come and check to see if all of you are fine.
Mama Didi, we're doing great. Thank you.
Your husband?
Oh, he's fine.
And you?
Mama Didi, plus my grandfather in the village were fine. What is it?
My dear, the aroma of this jollof rice has been knocking on my door since. I just had
come and eat job.
Producing the new Onga Jollof Seasoning Powder. It's the new jollof taste maker, made to give your jollof rice that rich jollof taste and aroma that's really hard to resist.
Onga, Mama's helping hand.
De Bruyne keeps going. De Bruyne!
kò lè ta lálábí ata ẹgbẹ́ ni làgúnyẹ̀ ewúrà fún lọ́rọ̀ máa dà lópin ọ̀sẹ̀ yìí níbi tí Julian Lopetegui ti máa dà á lẹ́tùsà pẹ̀lú kọ Manchester United oṣù kẹta ọdún ìlànà wọn ti gbòde kan nípa wípé Julian Lopetegui ni yóò gba ìṣàkóso ọdún kọ Manchester United kíkiní ọ̀hún tó wá padà bọ́ sọ́wọ́ Erik ten Hag Lopetegui gba ìṣàkóso Wolverhampton Wanderers tán ní ẹ̀yọ́ bá yí padà sọ́wọ́ àwọn ìkókò ajẹgúnjẹran ikọ̀ Gilliam ló kọ́ foríko nínú díje ẹ̀yẹ EPL tí a bá ti náà gbẹ́lẹ́ fọnù rọ́ pẹ̀lú àwọn tí ẹkúnúrì tó mì ní pápá ìṣeré Goodison Park agbọ́n Lopetegi ti ń sẹ́ kójú ológo United máa wú kóńgbà lókù torí Lopetegi lolùkọ́ni àkọ́kọ́ tí ó kọ́ borí ìfẹsẹ̀wọnsẹ̀ rẹ̀ àkọ́kọ́ fún ikọ̀ Wolverhampton Wanderers láti ọdún 1978 ìpàdé dorí ọ̀dẹ̀ lọ́jọ́ àbámẹ́ta ọ̀sẹ̀ yìí níbi tí ikọ̀ ìjọ ti máa fi èdè Yorùbá yí kọ́mẹ́ntì láta fún ìgbádùn tẹrú tọmọ àfàìmọ̀ kọ́rọ̀ náà máa dìjà kó má dà á pọn ẹ̀ta kìlógbà tó máa ti kadì ìgboro ló máa da ikọ̀ dí.
ẹ gbọ́rọ̀ mi rò ńlárágbá yamú ètò tí ń bá tẹ́gùn sọ̀rọ̀ ẹ níkànnì fẹ̀yìn ẹ̀ 32 FM 94.9 àjàkẹ́rin Cocoa House Dùgbẹ̀ Ìbàdàn pẹ̀lú olólùfẹ́ yín ọmọ yín ọ̀rẹ́ yín a sọ̀rọ̀ pèdè bí ẹni jẹ bisikíìtì ọmọ oníyẹ òmebi arìnmọ́sánwó ẹnu torí ìdágìrì ọ̀rọ̀ Ọláwálé Àrẹ̀mú abala méjì ọ̀tọ̀ọ̀tọ̀ ń lè tó pín sí abala àkọ́kọ́ táńtọ́lọ́hún níbi tá ti máa fìdí ẹ̀ múlẹ̀ pé kò sẹ́dá kan tó tọ́lọ́hún gbàjáre ńlá bala kejì lórí ètò níbi tá ti máa kàwé ẹ̀hónú tá sì máa parí àwọn àwọ̀ ní tùbínùbí ní gbogbo ọjọ́ Wednesday láago 11 òwúrọ̀ dáago 12 ọ̀sán gbẹ̀rẹ̀ 11 a.m. to 12 p.m. every Wednesday. ètò ẹgbọ̀rọ̀ mi rò kò ṣeé má gbọ́ ni tọ̀sẹ̀ tó kọjá lẹ̀ ń ròyìn tọ̀sẹ̀ ó tún kọjá bẹ́ẹ̀ àfi kẹ́ gbọ́.
Balẹ̀ Olúwa gbọ̀rọ̀ mi rò dákun má jẹ́ ṣiṣẹ́.
You're listening to 32 FM 94.9.
FM 94.9 Break It On Newspaper Review. That is what is live now on our channel. 32 FM is located on the 4th floor, Cocoa House, Dugbe, in Ibadan. Austin Udumo is still right here with me on the line for some doing the analysis together. Austin, let's look at this one before I open the phone lines now. I mean, for the listener out there. President Buhari is to, sign the budget on Tuesday.
Yes, so said the Senate President, who also happened to be the chairman of the National Assembly, that the president, all is set for the budget to be accepted to. I don't know the reason why it was shifted to Tuesday. If all is set, I feel that the president could sign either yesterday or even today being Saturday to also be able to meet up with the deadline of January to December budget implementation. But if you look at it, the government, the National Assembly, like 2 years now, has been able to get that done by ensuring that once a budget is submitted to the floor of the National Assembly, the lawmakers will pass it before the end of the year. And most time, the president will assent to it before that particular year runs out. But I think Nigeria does not really know that even at that, we have not still been able to achieve January to December budget implementation cycle. I hope you are getting it.
Right. Because
this particular budget that is still in operation is going to expire, I think, first quarter in 2023. So a lot of contractors now, what they talk about is that, the year has wound down, they have not been able to get money, the budget has been exhausted, and what have you. So what the government is going to do is a form of rollover, not starting the budget per se, but they will roll over areas of non-implementation of the 2022 budget, roll it over to 2023, and begin from there. Though, like I said earlier, it will have been better if all is set and the president still assent to it, so that it will be on record in terms of history that during this second time of President Muhammadu Buhari under Ahmad Lawan, budget will be presented by October, and such a budget will be signed up before that particular year runs out. Well, whatever you look at it, is still a good one that it will be signed by Tuesday, which is just I think the 3rd of January 2023, so that the government will start the budget, especially from there. I think this has been a clear departure from what used to happen in the past, where a budget for the year will still be at the floor of the National Assembly till about 3 months into the new year. I could remember before Jonathan left office, he was frustrated by the lawmaker to the extent that the budget was not passed until after the election of that particular year. So it's a good one that we are shifting, but the implementation, not just assenting to the budget that matters, consideration and assent, but the implementation, let us maintain or be able to achieve January to December form of budget implementation. And when we also talk about budget implementation, what is the current status of the 2022 budget? What is the percentage of implementation? And how has it affected the people positively? Because the idea and the primary purpose of a budget is how it affects the people positively. What is in need for, what has the people benefited from 2022 budget, and what can the government say is in need for the masses for 2023 budget? I mean positive impact of the budget. So it's a far cry if you look at the comparison.
Let's open the phone lines now for listeners. 009 7000 949 and 0705 500949. I'll take some comments also on Facebook as we go. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning to you.
Good morning.
Good morning, Austin. I'm a passion.
Good morning, sir.
You see, one thing I can't just understand is why are we continuing the problem of corruption? Is it not because of this primitive structure we find ourselves? I can't just understand why you see, we have been complaining about this thing for a very long time. I think there is nowhere in the world that free from the corruption. But this Nigeria is too I don't know how to explain it. I want the government to do the needful. Let them do something about the constitution. We truly want to come out from this mess of corruption. We need to do something about the constitution. It's not what this constitution makes sense. Let's change the constitution completely. A nice day. Thank you. Happy New Year in advance.
Thank you for that. Hello. 009 7000 949 0705 500949. Good morning to you. Hello.
Tayo, good morning.
Good morning.
Austin, good morning. Happy
Good morning, sir.
This is okay. Tayo, you asked about leadership. Austin, thank you for that definition. And I think I should add this. A leader is actually one that knows where the people, the followers are, and he or she should be able to take them there. Now let's ask ourselves, 2022 in retrospect, Tayo, Austin, every Nigeria, did the leadership take us to that place? Are they even tilting towards that direction? Because yesterday, Tayo, I've been saying this consistently. I said with the oppressors, we always explain out and try to understand. Sorry, the oppressed are always understanding for the oppressors. And it's terrible. Why are we explaining for those that are oppressing us? And when will we get out of this issue? So we need a leader that knows what our problem is. Even if it doesn't get us there, at least let's be taking us towards that direction. Good morning.
Thank you. Okay. I kept saying, take us there. Austin Odumo, we have coinages now on our streets, and all that. When you say take us there, it's Biwadebe actually. When you say
yes.
Biwadebe, as a current leadership, Biwadebe. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Please. Good morning. This is Omatayo from November from Bodija.
Let's have your point.
How can somebody say the leadership is the problem of Nigeria? You look at what is really on the ground. How can somebody say that? How many things do we produce in this nation? How many things do we invent? What innovative products do our scientists bring out? What devices do our students bring out from the universities? So the problem of Nigeria is lack of brain power. You understand? It's not the leadership, and it's not my rule, or how do they say it? So larger problems. So it appears like the problem of leadership. So the problem of Nigeria is not the problem of leadership. It's mainly the problem of the people. People are not innovative or productive enough, and they are not creative enough to bring out anything that will make the economy work. That's a problem.
Hello. I wanted to ask him, how come some of these people that you say they lack brain power, they get to other climes and they begin to manifest excellence? How come? Hello.
Good morning.
Good morning.
John Njoku. Thank you, Tayo. Austin, Happy New Year in advance. Yes, we have cause to thank God. After all, a live dog is better off than the dead lion. I have come to the conclusion that something is fundamentally wrong with the country, or we, my country called Nigeria. Let me remind you as a historian that while swearing in members of the Supreme Military Council on 3rd January 1984, Major General Muhammad Buhari said, and I quote, that Nigeria witnessed in the 23 years of existence as an independent nation and the highest rate of inflation, unemployment, mass retirement, the folding up of factories, and an almost total collapse of the economic system, while Nigeria wallowed in affluence. Today, Nigeria is a war poverty capital. This is the worst state in the history of our nation and studies, and I believe it will be the last. It is unlikely that we shall have a government which is such a low threshold of nursing the common good of all citizens. Only when we have servant leaders. We have had servant leaders in the past, the likes of Awolowo, Adeno Kano, and Nahoro Sadede, and others. That is when we will get it right. John Njoku is my name.
Thank you, John Njoku. 0705-500949, 009-700949. This is one thing our people should know. Leadership is not for everyone. It's actually a burden. You know, it's not meant for everyone. So if you don't have any business there, can't you just step aside, you know, and go submit yourself to the leadership of your local association and all that? You know, don't just put yourself forward if you know you're not up to the task. Hello.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
My name is Chris Oboli from Mozambique.
Good to have you, Chris.
Yeah. Please, I don't know why every time we want to discuss, we always concentrate on the federal government alone. We have local governments. We have state governors. These people, if they are performing, I don't think we will feel the center so much. In Oyo State, there are companies under the old work company. They are all closed down. Nobody is talking. And we are still talking about federal. If the federal is not performing, but the state is performing, the people of Oyo State should be enjoying. All other states. So let me let you know that some states are performing very well, and the citizens are enjoying there. So if Oyo State is not performing, and the citizens are not performing, and are not enjoying, we cannot blame it on the federal government. So Oyo State has its own idea. What are they using it to do? The roads are bad. The cities are not turned to be so dirty now. Then what are we talking? Thank you.
All right, Chris giving his own opinion. Hello, good morning. Hello.
Hello.
Yeah, good morning.
Can you hear me?
I can now. It's clear.
Hello?
What's the name? I can hear you. I guess that should be about case. Please can return the call. Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Yes, what's the name?
Rabiu on the line from Pelele.
All right, go on, Rabiu.
There is problem with the leadership recruitment process in Nigeria. I'm a graduate of political science in 2016, and my official age is 35, and I have not secured any forms of job in these countries of ours. Happily married with 2 kids. How do I survive for the message? So where be the glory? We are witnessing what is going on in Nigeria. But the question is, what is wrong with the allegiance of the citizens and states? The social contract theory, what is happening with it in Nigeria? Good morning.
Dumo. I'll throw the pose at you. You listen to Rabiu?
Yes, I listen to him.
A married man with 2 kids. He's not a politician, he's a political scientist. But he's not been able to find a job.
I think it's sad that we have a situation like that in the country. He has spoken up. There are so many of them in the country like that who are graduates, who have served their fatherland, and yet there is no job. So he talked about the social contract.
Social contract.
You know, the constitution says that government is socially bound to the people to provide some social amenities and make life more convenient for the people. But there is no punitive measure by the constitution that in the case those in position of leadership, those in political authority fails to perform those obligations, the constitution is silent as far as that is concerned. So for me, it's all like that everywhere. We wish that in 2023, it will get job and some other timid Nigerians who are on the waiting list to be employed. These are active Nigerians who are energetic, who are also willing to work, but there's no job to be done. So where do we go from there? So we must get it right in 2023, and the government must serve the people in 2023.
Hello, good morning.
Yes, please, on the issue of the leadership, please, the structure on ground will never give us a good leadership in the country. The structure of food buying, Boko Shebe, cannot give us the good leadership. That is the truth of the matter. Is my name.
Hello, good morning.
Sorry, Tayo.
Right.
Okay. Actually, somebody just talked about discovering and finding out, but it actually takes a leader for such discoveries to come to pass. Some of those countries we are talking about that you just said something that is unique there. Take a Nigerian out of this setting and take them to the other outside world. They do better. Probably it's because of the leadership. Probably it's because of the atmosphere of the place the leaders have placed there. That is what we should look at. I am still one of those. Austin, I still stand by you. I actually believe the major problem, much as we know we the followers have ours, but the major problem is actually the leadership. Good morning.
Thank you. Okay. Part of the social contract theory posits that citizens willingly give up their rights to the state, and in exchange, the government side of the contract primarily involves protecting the life and properties of its citizens while providing the necessary prerequisites for the attainment of good life. So we're talking about the basic, good life, for an average Nigerian. Hello, good morning. 0705 500949 0809 700949. Hello. Well, the line dropped there. Let's take some messages on Facebook. This one here is from Joel. If truly our leaders want the average man to enjoy, this constitution should be thrown away, write another one that is people-oriented, and scrap either the Senate or House of Reps. What is the work of the Senate and Reps? That's a question from Joel. Gladigeshin. Hello, good morning. Hello. Okay, 0705 500949 and 0809 700949. Nigerian system is built on corruption. Insecurity has also complicated the issue. This is the reason why all the sectors are not functioning well. Olayinka, we got a message. Hello. Good morning. Thank you.
One of the major problems we have in this country is bad leadership and corruption. But most of our leaders, the corridor of power, majority of them, when they get there, they forget what really problem they're pushing the masses at home. Because their personal interest is beyond the interest of the masses. So by next year, I want to urge all Nigerians that it is time for us to do the needful. Literally, we want to set ourselves on bondage of bad leadership by elect a credible and competent leader, irrespective of political parties or religion or ethnicity. That's my own take this morning. Thank you.
Thank you, Solomon Sharif. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Balkis Zonondia from Ibadan.
Good to have you.
I think it's leadership style and, of course, the constitution. Now, let me give instances. Doing Yukupe stole some money. Look at the fine, the amount he was given. It's not his fault. It's not the fault of the lawyers as well. It's in the constitution. If you check Nigeria's constitution, it's already stated there that if someone embezzles money, that person is liable to a certain fine. Whereas in some other countries, if you embezzle public funds, with capital punishment, you will be killed. So if some of these leaders have it at the back of their minds that when they steal public funds, the punishment is death, it's going to scare them from even doing that. Then also leadership style that we have in Nigeria. It's not going to work with the type of leaders that we have or whatever it is that they have put in place in the constitution for them. This is why when you see many Nigerians, when they go out, they do well. Whereas when they are, because there are actually no laws and no deterrent for them, so they do as they like. Perhaps if you work on our constitution and, of course, severe punishment for offenders who do not obey the law, something better will come. Good morning.
Thank you, Balkis, for that. 009 7,949. Hello, good morning.
I have to call him back. Our super structure and base, I mean the economy and the institution of the government, have to be restructured. Look at what is happening in the U.S. against Donald Trump. The institution is fighting Trump because of Capitol Hill uprising. Hello?
I'm with you. Make your point.
Yeah,
I'm with you.
Yeah. Because we need a stronger institution, not stronger individual. Because institution will remain, individual will die. Thank you.
Thank you. Definitely. Most definitely. I agree with you. We need very strong institutions and not strong individuals. That won't take us anywhere. But in Africa, I think we are cool with that. We even give them high-sounding names. We call them our father. We call them things like that. And they begin to look at us as... But a true father will actually look at his children. No responsible father will look at his children suffer. All right, we made them queue up, for fuel on, days they should be resting and, celebrating. All right, so, these are things to look at. Any average father will know that my primary responsibility is to take care of my children and my wife. Hello. Good morning.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning,
I'm
sir.
from Ibadan here. It just amazed me that some people are blaming these people. That when they get there, they don't do the interest of the people. Unless you want to be hypocritical, these people brought their way to that place. We didn't send them there. We know how much they spray before they get there. They give us money, and we still blame them when they get there. We should face reality. Thank you.
Austin Adumo.
Yes, I'm with you.
I like his point. That's another perspective.
Yes,
Politics in Nigeria looks like big business. So if I invest some money, it is only natural that I should make some profit.
Yes, it's to see the problem of the leaders. Do you know why? They deliberately impoverish the people, weaponize the poverty, and thereby making the people poorer the more. That's the way it is. Because they know that when you get a good job, they cannot buy your vote, they cannot buy your conscience. So they want to multiply as many poor people in the system as possible. Because it's looking so much that the numbers of poor people the government multiply while in office, the better it is for them in terms of their political aspiration. Because it is the vulnerable people that will be following them up and down because they don't have a job. I can't imagine leaving my own work and following politicians up and down. So I know you can also do that too. So if an average Nigeria have a means of livelihood, either government employed or an enabling environment is created for self-employment, you discover that all of this will reduce. So it boils down to leadership. They spend money for their campaign, they spend money to buy the vote, they get to office. So indirectly, quote and unquote, we are not the one that are electing them for offices. They find themselves into the offices by their financial watches.
Let me take this
by
call.
The amount of money they have.
Let me take this call. Hello. Hello. Okay, the person is not speaking up. 009 7,949. Hello.
Hello. Sorry, I mistakenly called the last time.
Okay.
I'm not tired of from Bodija. You wanted to ask me a question. What question do you want to ask me?
Oh, no, now I forgot now. All right.
Okay.
Yeah, but
we
thank you.
shouldn't be blaming our leaders. When we look at our problem, it's because of lack of brain power. They are not using our brain to do anything in this country. So it manifests as economic problems. Because when we don't produce telephones, fans, radios, televisions, equipment, tractors, and all these things, it will manifest as corruption at the end of the day. It will manifest as a leadership problem. But at the end of the day, when you look at it, these are intellectuals, people.
But Mr. Nobamero, we're not just demanding something.
By citizens,
Hello, we're not just demanding something that we've never experienced in this country. We've had flashes of Can you hear me now?
I can hear you.
Okay, I'm saying we are not just demanding something that we've never experienced as a country. We've had flashes of, progressive leadership.
I can't hear you. I can't hear you.
Maybe you should call back or just listen. We've had flashes of, progressive leadership in this country. John and Joko mentioned certain names Even recently, we've had, just a few like that. So we're not saying something that's never happened or that is not there. We're saying the right ones should come up. And that is why all we're doing now is just to, stimulate and ensure that, those who are informed form themselves into a critical mass so we can get it right. So we don't have, a cycle of just every 4 years, nothing is happening. If you take 8 years of your life, that's almost a decade, 10 years of what? Zero zero 97949. Hello, good morning. Hello. Okay, good morning. Hello.
Hello, good morning, Mr. Tayo.
Good morning, sir.
Happy weekend.
Thank you.
This is John Olarowaju from Madu. I don't want to say another thing about leadership because people have been spoken very well about that. But the problem now is followership. We followership need to rise up now. We all agree that we have the bad leaders. But what are we going to do? Are we continue to keep on emphasizing or complaining about the leadership? So this is time for us to choose another leader. And if you don't have a common voices now that can take away all those bad leadership that we have now, we are going to elect another bad leaders that we're going to suffer us again. Many people have decided to collect the money that it is our right, which is your right that you are going to suffer for another 8 years, or even if it's no more than that. So we need to join our forces together and decide to choose a better people that will take us into a level that we know that is going to better our life. That's what we need now. Thank you and good morning.
Thank you. Hello, good morning. Going to be my last call. Hello. Hello. Okay, I'll give an opportunity to just one more call. Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning. Please turn down the volume on your radio.
Okay, all right. I think the question you wanted to ask that man was that when people go out of the country, there are what are the things that they do.
Oh, okay. Thank you. Oh, yes. The other gentleman spoke about lack of brain power. And I said these same people, when they get out of the shores of Nigeria, they seem to perform. Is it lack of brain power, actually? Austin Ijomo, we need to start... we need to leave the studio.
Yes, I don't think so. It's not lack of brain power exactly. It boils down to leadership. For you to have good followership too, you also need to get it right at the level of leadership. Because when you look at it, the leaders can create an enabling environment, can create a type of scenario that people at the end of the day will be properly selected to leadership position in the country.
Thank you,
we need to get it right at up front.
Thank you, Austin Ijomo. It's a privilege. We're doing this the very last episode for the year. Thank you for being with us from the beginning of the year till now. Hoping to see
Thank you so much.
in the new year.
See you next year by God's grace.
Thank you so much. And also to thank our dear listeners. Some of you, callers, we've been together now for almost 10 years. Thank you so much for... I'm extending even beyond when we started here. And when we started here, some of you have been with us since the start of the station. Thank you so much. We appreciate you constantly, engaging us on this platform. We're hoping to serve you better in 2023. A certain gentleman also, suggested that we have a get-together of a sort. Well, we're looking at that as we get into the new year. Thank you once again from me. I'm OLUTAYO OGUNADE. When next you hear my voice, it will be in 2023 by God's grace. Good morning to you.
You're listening to 32 FM 94.9.
Heaven made a radio, gave it a